Hey everybody, welcome out to another episode of Balled Up Genetics. My name is Lloyd, and if you like reptiles, then this channel's for you. So in this episode, we're going to be going over some of our powerhouse females, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so one of the powerhouse females that we have here is actually one of our crystal females. This is a crystal vanilla lemon blast. So let me break that down for you because there's a lot of genes that play there. So crystal is a Mojave and a special. And then of course you have the vanilla gene, and then the lemon blast is pastel and pinstripe. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on in this female, and I don't know if you can see. All right. So you can see some pattern on her. The camera is just not really picking it up too well because it doesn't want to with her. So there's a lot of potential things we can do with this female. Now, she's still young. I don't think she'll make it into this breeding season, but definitely in the next breeding season she will. But again, you know, having the special gene in her, vanilla, there's a lot of things we could do. So this is going to take some time to think about what we want to do with this female. You know, we've got Mojave, special, vanilla, pastel, and pinstripe in her. So there's a lot of different combinations. Now, of course, I want to stay away from stuff that's going to make, you know, an all white snake. And you know, on this video, she looks that way, but you can see a lot of yellow in her, and you can see the pattern. And I think I'll put her under black light some night and film that for you guys and see what kind of pattern we pull out of this. Because by looking at it, I mean, I can definitely see the pinstripe and the Mojave working together in the pattern. I think that'll come out underneath black light. But again, this is, you know, there's a lot going on with special nowadays in ball pythons with the special gene. You know, having that vanilla in there, there's a lot of things I can do with that. So this one's going to take, you know, sitting down, looking at the males I have that are available to put with her, and really seeing what I want to pull out into this snake, or even make something that eventually will go into another gene that will really make something outstanding to look at. So yeah, this one is going to take some time to think about. But let's go ahead and move on to the next female. So another light looking snake, especially for this video, for this camera to try and get out of it. This is our super pastel inchy desert ghost female. So desert ghost, enough said, you know, it's become very popular now. Putting into certain combinations really makes an outstanding looking snake. With her, I have a desert ghost male that I'll be putting her to at some point when she gets big enough. She's not quite there yet, again, just like the crystal vanilla that I just showed. Maybe not this season, but next season for sure. Because one of the combinations I want to try and get out of her is again super pastel, super inchy desert ghost. I also want to get her genes into, you know, piebald, and also into some of my clowns that I have. So it's a long-term project, but I think it's a project that I'm going to enjoy trying to do and seeing the results. And there's a lot of different things we can do. I mean, even the het desert ghost stuff looks amazing depending on the combinations. In fact, let me show you one of the het desert ghost hatchlings that we got from this year. So let me go over here real quick, pull that out, and I'll show it to you. So I'll be back in a second. All right, so we're back. So I mean, look at this thing. I mean, the camera's not going to do it justice. The orangish tint that is coming off of it, and that's not even visual desert ghost. I mean, the flaming. This thing is just outstanding. you know, just that Desert Ghost gene. That Desert Ghost gene just does a lot of amazing things. Like I said, even with hets. So again, this one again is going to take some time to sit down also and see what else I want to put eventually, what other genes I want to put with her, and see what we get. I know I'm going to be making a lot of het stuff for the future. A lot of it's going to be holdbacks, but some of it will be available on Morph Market. I don't know if this one will. This one's a pretty outstanding looking snake that I like to put into other things, with the Het Desert Ghost floating around in there. But again, a couple of powerhouses right here. All right, guys, so for another powerhouse female, this is a black pastel, leopard, fire, bumblebee, and bumblebee is a pastel and a spider, and possibly het piebald. So a lot of interesting genes in here. I'm not scared of having the spider gene in her. She doesn't have a problem at all. I just have to sit down and think, what can I put to her with the genes that she has that I can pull out something very outstanding with the offspring. And of course, staying away from any lethal genes combinations. But yeah, this snake is looking better and better all the time. I like how the leopard breaks up with the black pastel, breaks up all her markings. Of course, the fire and the pastel lighten her up a little bit. Then you've got a little bit of the spider markings in there too. But very outstanding female. Another powerhouse that it's going to take us a minute to think about what we want to use with her in future breeding. Okay, guys, so I know this video was on powerhouse females, but I just had to show you this guy. This is the Mojave Pie Het Lavender Albino male that we produced last year. Let me try and, so if you can see some of his markings. I also think he might have pastel in him. That was one of the things we were trying to figure out last year, just because of some of the markings, how faded they are. It doesn't look like a typical Mojave Pie, but I know the lavender albino influence can lighten up things. But that's going to be something again for the future with him, to try and figure out if he does have pastel in him or not. It's no big deal if he does. But again, this is, you know, I know I'm supposed to be showing you females, but this guy's just outstanding. Again, it shows you stuff, you know, you guys, when you're producing things, produce it for what you want. This was something that I wanted to hit, and we did in one egg. Just like the dreamsicle, our very first dreamsicle. Out of 3 eggs, we hit 1 dreamsicle. Well, out of his group, we got 1 Mojave Pied Het Lavender Albino. But again, that's what makes it fun in the genetic game with these ball pythons. But yeah, I just wanted to show him off real quick, just because he's also a nice little powerhouse for the future with breeding. And in fact, with him, I would say by the end of the next year, he's going to be ready to go. And we're going to make some awesome combinations with him too. All right, everybody, so that's it for this video, short and sweet. I just wanted to show you some of the powerhouse females that potentially we're going to be using in the new season. I know some breeders have already gone and started their season by pairing up snakes. I start mine typically in December, but that's just for me. Right now I am going over some of the genetics of some of the morphs that I have and seeing what I want to put together, what kind of cool combinations we can get out of it. And then I'll start putting the pairs together, and we'll get all that on film for you guys along the journey of the next 2022 breeding season, from putting snakes together and getting locks, to ultrasounding the females, to showing them with eggs, putting the eggs up and all that good stuff, and eventually to the egg cuttings and seeing what babies we get in the new breeding season. But if you guys can do me a favor in the meantime, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot to this channel. If you can also hit that notification bell so every time we upload a video, which typically is on Tuesday afternoons, you're going to be informed. Look us up on Morph Market. Let's see what we have available over there. And again, as always, until the next video, take care, and we'll see you again real soon.